Hi, I'm Tammy J, you guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, today is part 2 of the video that I had before, letting you guys know about my dating experience when I was younger. And as I got a little older, after I was in a marriage and got a divorce, what I went through. Now, I had that video for you, part 1 of my experience, what led me to the way I do things now. And I wanted to share with you guys on this part 2, which I want to talk to you about today, is where I thought I got those behaviors from. After I divorced, I was having, just automatically feel like if I didn't have sex with someone, that they wouldn't love me or they wouldn't value me. Where did I learn those behaviors that I have to sleep with someone before they even, would love me or care about me? And if I didn't, then they wouldn't want to be with me. So those are the things I want to talk about today. But before we get right into it, please hit that subscribe, smash that like really hard, hit the notification bell. That way, when I upload videos, you guys will be able to see my video. Now, you guys, let's get right into it. Where do I think I learned these behaviors? And I can tell you, growing up, I grew up in Los Angeles, California, and, we used to have a lot of kids in the area where we lived. At one point, we all used to get together and play. Well, as a teenager, I guess to them, I wasn't so attractive. I was tall, skinny, and, I just wasn't, I guess, as pretty as the rest of the girls, I guess. And I used to get bullied a lot, called ugly, called lurch, because I was so tall. Used to call me everything. So every evil name you can think of, they used to call me. They used to throw things at me. At one point goes in my mind where there was a party, like I was 13 or 14 at this time, and they would have parties in the apartment complex at that time that we were living in. And they would have these parties and no one would dance with me. They would not dance with me. They'll laugh at me. And then the guys would get together and make jokes like, go dance with Lurch or go dance with Blackie, or, they would call me so many mean names. So guess what? That started it. So as I got older, I didn't think I was very attractive at all. I didn't think I was pretty at all. So when I did start dating and seeing men and things like that, I felt like sex was the only thing that I was worth, because I wasn't attractive. This is the way I was thinking. But down the line, I know that this is the reasons why I would settle for anything that anybody throw at me, far as mental abuse. I've never been abused like someone hitting me or beating me. Not that kind of abuse. But I took a lot of mental abuse. And I think that I took that mental abuse because of the bullying that I went through in junior high school. I was bullied bad from elementary school all the way up through high school. So at that point, I'm thinking that's where I learned these behaviors, because I was so insecure. I didn't love myself because I felt like I was ugly, because everybody called me ugly. So I felt like I was ugly. So as I got older, and I start getting more in, after I got married, I met someone. My ex-husband was military, and I would meet these military wives, and they were beautiful women. They wore their hair real nice, they wore makeup, and I didn't wear makeup. So someone showed me how to enhance. They say, girl, you got some beautiful skin. Let's put a little makeup on you, and let's do your hair like this, because I didn't know anything about that. I was more dressing like tomboyish a little bit. So once I got into wearing a little bit of makeup, my hair, getting my nails done and things like that, I really started saying, hey, I'm a beautiful woman. Not because of the makeup or anything. It's because without the makeup, if someone, like these ladies said, oh, you're a beautiful woman, but let's put a little makeup on you. Let's go out. Let's have a good time. And then I was getting so much attention, and I was married, mind you, to someone in the military. I wasn't used to that type of attention. So what I did is I played into it. And guess what? That's where my behavior started. Make a long story short, me and my husband had decided to split. He was overseas and he came back acting a certain way, so we split. But guess what? I was in this military town and getting all this attention from these men. Something I didn't get as a teenager, elementary school. No, everybody called me ugly. They called me lurch because I was so tall. But these men loved the fact that I was tall and slim. They called me beautiful, something I hadn't been called before. So guess what? That's when I became promiscuous, because I still had those behaviors, that I felt like, well, if this is what they want, sex, I'm going to give it to them because that's the only way that they're going to want me. Well, I went through that. And then I started drinking when I was 21. Then the alcohol played in, then the sex, alcohol, abusing alcohol. And so I finally got to a point where my mother really got in my butt and said, look, you got kids, you can't be behaving like this, you got to get it together. And I started getting it together. But down the line, I got it together. But now I really realized in my late 40s, I'm 56 now, in my late 40s, I realized, Tammy, this is where you got these behaviors from, because you didn't feel like you was beautiful back down the line. When you were younger, they used to bully you. That's where you got those behaviors from. And you know what? And I don't want to extend this out to be a long video, but what I want you to know is I think some of our behaviors, when we meet somebody, our relationships and how we interact with people has a lot to do with what's happened to us in the past. So thank God. Now I know this. I'm ready to move on. I know that I'm beautiful. I know that I'm a good person, and I love myself. So therefore, I'm not going to allow anyone to treat me less than I deserve to be treated. Because guess what? I love myself, and you should too. So I hope you guys took something from my experiences and what I've learned, just to let you know, love yourself. Because once you love yourself, you can love someone else. And if you're not ready to date, if you're not ready for a relationship, it's okay. Take your time. Get your mental health together. Get your mind together. Get your heart together so you can be better for someone else, and you'll know what you do not want in your life. And that's a toxic person. You don't want anybody to fulfill your space. That's not worth it. Thank you guys again for coming to watch my videos. Please hit the subscribe, smash that like really hard, and hey, stay safe and healthy, and Happy New Year's. Thank you.